This is a 3 minutes or less how-to video recorded on an iPhone on how to remove the lock from a Mark III Euro trunk lid. This is dedicated to PK strategy on the Vortex Mark III forums. These are the tools we're going to need: a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and a Volkswagen key. It can be the key to a Volkswagen Scirocco, it can be a Golf, it doesn't matter as long as it's a Volkswagen key. Before you do anything, take your key and insert it into the lock on the other side there, and make sure and leave it in there for the duration of this. Take your Phillips screwdriver, remove the single screw that's in here, which has been previously done, and that will allow you to remove the blanking cover here. Be careful not to snap any of the little clips that go into the white plastic clips here. Now we're into the guts of it. On the inside here you'll see this is the back of the lock assembly, and it's held on and secured by a circlip. Remove the circlip. Be careful to remove it gently, forcing it to the open side. You can use a pair of pliers, flathead screwdriver, 2 flathead screwdrivers, whatever you want. Just be careful not to snap it. Put it aside carefully. We're going to use that again. The car had central locking. It will have the vacuum pump in here, which runs horizontally to the back and connects in there. Release that, push it out the way. Next we have the mechanism that you'll be using to open your trunk lid. Currently, if you don't have a working key, you can leave that as is. There is a black cover here, which is the heart of the assembly. That should just lift out of the way. It may be slightly stuck if it's been on there a long time. That's it. The correct orientation for when the car is locked is approximately there. It will only go in one way. On the back you may be able to see there that it has a cutout there, so it will only install that one way. When you're reassembling it, make sure it slides all the way down so you can see the slot for the circlip. That's 90% of the work done for removing it. You can now see that the lock here won't turn because I don't have the correct key, but what I can do is simply pull it through from the other side. There is the lock assembly with the key in it. If you've ever replaced or swapped your door handles on your Mark III, you'll recognize this. The main difference being it's not held in by a screw on the end, it's held in by the circlip. This key is not the correct one, as we can see. As you may be able to see there, a couple of the pins are protruding. When that protrudes, it won't slide past the lock assembly on the inside, which will stop us from turning it and then pushing it in to open up the car. So what you need to do is follow the other how-tos already available for Mark III door handles. If you haven't already done this yourself, you need to either grind down the protruding pins to make it fit, and please note, if you do that, it will fit this new key, hopefully your ignition key, and it will also fit the original key, and probably 1 or 2 or 100 keys in between them. So it's not the most secure way to go. Another alternative is to get longer pins to grind them to fit. You can take it to a locksmith if you really want to for that, or if you have a passenger side door handle or an old door handle that fits your key, just swap those pins in one by one, carefully, being careful not to lose the springs. The reason we keep the key in here is to stop all of these little pins going flying, so make sure don't remove that key until you're done or you're sure you're on a clean table ready to catch all the little pins if they decide to go flying. Once you've got it assembled so that all of the pins are now fully flush when the key is in, assembly is just the exact reverse. The key slides in until it's protruding. Place your cover back on it. Replace your circlip. And that's you done. A working Mark III Euro hatch keyed to match the rest of your car or whatever key you choose to use. Have fun.